Welcome back, our dear viewers. The program is still Life Connect, where we navigate life together with you. You are in that marriage, there is unfaithfulness going on. You are looking and asking yourself, what could have been the cause of this? And yes, it happened. How am I going to deal with it? I'm still here with the women of God to dig deeper into the causes. They have brought up those causes first, the ones which you may personally had not thought about. I thought about things like poverty. Someone will go out because they don't have money, but yes, they are going an extra mile. What about those flatters? How do you receive them? Someone tells you are smart, you look good. From time to time, you're a married man, you're a married woman, you tell someone on the opposite sex, I love your body, I love you, I love your breasts, I love your butt, I love women of God. Unfaithfulness in marriage.
Yeah, what I can say, if unfaithfulness really, it can be avoidable.
Yeah.
That's, to be honest, it can really avoidable, because unfaithfulness, you can be in control of your life. Please, you can avoid it, because it's number one killer of marriages. It has destroyed so many marriages. So many families today are living in a life which they were not supposed to live in because of unfaithfulness. We can stay faithful to one another. You have to just to be intentional, and by God's grace, we can achieve this. You just have to be intentional. Number one, be born again as a child of God. That I'm born again. Number two, be responsible. You are a responsible person. And unfaithfulness is not only goes that when it's a woman, it's something that we have to take very serious. Why does she have to cheat? Even men, as long as you are a child of God, stay faithful to your spouse. So some of these causes that cause unfaithfulness, poverty, like you have said, and that is, to me, I cannot really even give a say poverty is the main issue, but people use it as an excuse. You know, that is failing to be satisfied with what you have. We can work. It doesn't mean that everybody who have succeeded in this life has to sleep with so and so.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you can work and you say, today we don't have. That's very true. We don't have today. But we can work and trust God to bless us and come out of this. I have seen people who have said, I've gone back to my ex because the man is not taking care of us. He has just abandoned us. And my ex is saying, I can come, I can help you. I want you to know that when you are faithful, even before God, God will see you through. It might be hard. You might be in a difficult situation. You don't have rent. Two wrong things cannot make one good. Yes, the man is not taking care of you. You don't have rent. You are struggling. But believe God that there will be a way out. Rather go out and sell tomatoes. Let the world see that you are struggling. Let God see that you are faithful. You have gone out, you are washing clothes for people just to take care of your children. Going out of your marriage to say that because of poverty, I'm going out of my marriage and sleeping with a man. He can give you that money, that 1 million, but it cannot take you the rest of your life.
Yes.
What if the 1 million you go today and you get HIV from there? Because of just that 1 million you have gotten, or that 500, or that 300,000, whatever the amount it is, there's no amount of money worth your life. It is very profitable to stay faithful to your spouse.
Yes.
God rewards, God bless people. So we have to be responsible. There are other cases people say, she started with it, and it's something that people use it so much. You know, when you marry a Christian woman is so boring. These women, they're just there. They are just like that. They are not even bringing any styles in the family, in the marriage. They're just like that. Things are just boring every day, every day, every day. How about making your spouse your friend? And sitting down and discussing the things you feel like this is not the right way. Why don't we do this? How about this?
And
How
also
about
contribute? He's just going to assume that maybe he wants this or the other, and
And
at the end
also-
of the day, you capitalize on
exactly?
that.
And also, why don't you look for help? Where you notice that there is a problem in your marriage, look for help.
Go for marriage conferences.
Go for marriage
They're always
conferences, go
organized.
for counseling. So let's go to pastor. If you feel like where you are, and why would you be pastor of a pastor you don't believe in? Because you can't tell me, we couldn't go to our pastor because I don't trust my pastor. Then why is he pastoring you? Go to a place where you feel like you respect that anointing. Go for counseling. As I see my wife has becoming a nagging wife. My wife is quarreling, because those are the excuses men give. The woman is so quarreling. I cannot stay in the home become like a war zone, stuff like that. go for counseling.
But
Then
Mami,
probably she's
most
doing whatever
times,
she's
by
doing.
the time someone gets to that level, he has already gotten another choice.
That's
Like
like what she had talked about.
Yes,
Yes, what
someone,
should I
a
now
third party.
give as an excuse?
Exactly.
That's why you can't even go out to look for help.
Third party.
Because if
Third
you're
parties.
really serious and you know that this is the challenge or this is the problem,
This is your wife and you are faithful to
Yes.
your wife, and that's
then
what
you
you
would
need.
seek help.
Exactly.
But because you have some other reasons like known to you alone and you don't want to disclose, this is when you start, you keep those ones as excuses and you choose to do otherwise.
So there are so many reasons why people go out to cheat, which are not godly, and we are telling people that you can avoid those things. One of the things, as we were discussing, you talked about
Third parties. I was mentioning third parties, but I wanted to bring it like wrong influences. Because sometimes you have wrong friends. And I'm sorry to say that sometimes men are most affected, even women. In the culture, they can say, man cannot have one wife.
You
so
can
you have
imagine.
friends who tell you, even if for you didn't conceive the idea yet, they will be like, oh, you're not man enough. You have money, you have done this. Get someone else. Or even the woman, they will say, how is it treating you? You don't have to put up with that. You can just walk out, find somebody. Because I found a story by that about a lady which was very interesting. That there was someone who was in a relationship with a married woman, unfortunately, and they were both married. And so they are both cheating, and they are both married. So afterwards, the lady says, we are done, I'm leaving. The man's like, no, you can't leave yet. We are still in the relationship. Like, no, you are supporting me, servicing me for a time. It was support. We are done. So I think that sometimes the shock came like, but she's also a woman. You can't leave. We are here. So because now she's afraid, someone told them the husband now knows. So you need to do something. So I find that because of influences of people around us and them saying, because the friends were telling her, you can try out if you're bored with your husband, you can find somebody.
That's
It
very
doesn't
good.
matter
Great
whether they are
company.
married or they are single. And it's really sad that people can just take their lives like this. Because your body, you need to treasure your body.
that's true.
You need to treasure your wife's body. You need to treasure your husband's body. Don't just take yourself anyhow, you know, and don't think that no one saw us, so nothing happened.
Exactly. I'm
God
very
saw
wise.
you, and there are consequences. So I feel that sometimes the influences.
Pastor, you need to emphasize on that part, the saying that don't think no one is seeing
Yes.
you. That right in that hotel, right in that office, right in that lodge, God is seeing you.
God is seeing you, and I think, Pastor, this also goes back to loving God. If you love God, I have found that both of you, as a man, as a husband, as a priest of your home, as a wife, take your wife to church. Go together where you believe that your spirits will be rejuvenated. Because when I found that, I don't know about you, but when you go to church, somehow you're reminded of your commitments, your values. And as you're worshiping the Lord, we don't just worship God like, hallelujah, I feel the power of God. It means that after you worship God, you're transformed. Somehow your burdens, your garbage, the cabbage we come with to church, maybe someone annoyed you, you quarreled with your spouse, your what. When you go in the presence of God, somehow you feel like restored. So we need to love God. If you love God, you will have a standard and you will feel some kind of compassion and empathy for your partner. And you feel like, oh dear, maybe they are not doing this well. I'll do something about it. That is the love that we want to encourage people down the years, because you know the reality of marriage is that marriage will go through several seasons. And maybe there are seasons you will feel bored. You will feel like, oh, try to do it together, get creative. People have become creative. Do something about it instead of going outside. Consider the effects of unfaithfulness for your children, for your family. The effects are many and they are devastating.
That's very
And
true.
I think that people need to appreciate this before you become very selfish about what you want. Me, I want to please myself, you know.
Exactly.
I find that even sometimes men, you know that woman is married,
Exactly.
but you still go and pursue her. You lady who are there, you know this man is married, but you still feel like, me, I like him, or he likes me.
Can you imagine?
We need to be people who consider others.
Let me tell you
Don't just be
something.
selfish
Let me
about
just ask
it.
people,
Yes.
have you ever seen when they caught the adulterers? The shame it brings.
The shame
Yes.
it brings.
Whether you are a man or a woman, the shame it brings. That 2 minutes enjoyment, it can bring a whole shame on somebody. doing something like that, really you have to think
And
about it. But
doing
anyway, let's go in the
something
Bible.
that you know that you know it's not right.
It's not right.
Like when people say that nobody has seen me,
Exactly.
but inside you, you know you're doing
And
something
you know you walk with
is
that
not
guilty.
right. And
That
again,
thing
Mami,
keep
let me
on
tell you,
reminding
Conscious.
you,
And
the
sometimes they come
consciousness.
back home. Sometimes you use, there's a saying here in Uganda that sometimes when someone is mad, they quarrel because they are feeling guilt. Yes?
Yes.
So because you know already your conscience, you come back home feeling like I'm already wrong. So you start shouting at people.
Children are the one who suffer.
Yes, as if, but you know what you have done.
Exactly, yeah.
Love the Lord so much. Please try to lift up the name of Jesus as a couple.
Hebrews 13, verse 4. Marriage should be honored by all, and the married bed is kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all sexual immoral. Keep your lives free from the love of money. Remember, we talked about poverty. He said, keep your lives free from the love of money. Meaning to say money, is no, there's no problem with money, but keep away from the love of money. So people go into adultery, like you said, poverty, because you feel like, I need more.
I need more.
And the Bible is saying, and be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So God has promised that He will never leave us nor forsake us. You might not have, but be content with what you have.
Hallelujah.
And trust God that will bless you. He said God will judge the adulterers. And He didn't say only women. He said God will judge an adulteress. Meaning, so whether you are a man or a woman, adulteress is not acceptable. Adultery is not acceptable, whether it's done by women or it's done by men. So we should stay faithful. But I want to say that another thing that people should be very careful. You have an ex. Why do you entertain your ex?
Oh yes, exes.
He's your ex, and you're busy entertaining your ex.
He keeps sending you messages.
You keep on going on their Instagram to check
shouldn't go
how
back.
is he looking. But the fact that he has not married, he's not yours.
Yes.
You were not together.
And
He
you are
married somebody
separate.
else.
And you are
It was
separated.
circumstantial. How I left him. It wasn't really. We were meant to be. If we were meant to be, we were supposed to be together. But you're not together anymore. You keep on checking on your ex the pictures. Oh my gosh, she's looking and putting on a very
And
nice
ma'am, you
dress.
find those are things which are also hindering sexual intimacy and also joy in marriage, because
you.
you keep having the image of your ex,
your
you keep
ex.
following, so you're not focusing on your spouse,
Right.
because you're still thinking backward. But like mommy said, you now have a new partner. This is your partner now.
Exactly.
Close the past, it has gone.
Where are you
This is
people
your
doing
reality.
in
I've
your
also
past?
seen women
Yes.
who
Yeah.
like ask for money from their ex because things are not working out so well here financially. Now he starts telling his ex about how things are not working out here, and at
Wow.
the end of the day, he's like, "Okay, send me some money." You are bringing back this relationship.
Exactly.
By
Why,
You're
the
putting
question is,
yourself
why
in a
do you keep on
situation.
checking in your past? You keep on, how many children does he have now? He has 3 children. Oh, you have nice children. Oh, from there, children. Oh, okay. I should have had more with you. That's how it starts. You're just
Those children
entertaining.
would have been mine.
We're living in the
Those would have
wishes.
been my
Living in the wishes. He's no longer yours. He's already married to somebody. Respect the person you marry. Let's learn to respect one another. Yes, your wife might not be with you in that office. Your wife might not know what is going on your phone, but you are busy chatting, you are busy talking, you are busy texting. Please respect somebody. You're already with somebody in your home. Can't you respect that person? He or she might not say, because I hear men say that this is so annoying, I would say. I read a certain story. This girl was talking, I think they had a conversation with her friends and they were talking about dating married men. I say, you know, these men, you date them, but they really respect their wives. For me, the fact that you cheat your spouse, you don't respect that
course,
person.
of
Because you can't tell me that the fact that he's saying, don't call me at this time when I'm at home, but he's already married and he's dating you. First of all, he's wasting your time. When we say don't, he doesn't respect you, that's number one. He's wasting your time because he's already married at home. Number two, he's already telling you he does not respect women.
Yeah.
Because if you can disrespect his wife to that extent, who
Yes.
told you that he's going to cheat with you and is going to respect you?
Who tells you that you're so special?
Exactly, you are not special in any way. And I want to say to men, there's nothing you are looking for out there. Whatever you desire to have, you can still get it in your home. Be intentional in your marriage. Even you, the woman who's cheating, you can still get it in your home. I don't say that marriages don't get problems. There are challenges that happen in marriages. seek help.
The solution is non-infidelity.
Exactly.
It's not cheating.
It's
And
not cheating.
be
There's no
committed.
justification for cheating.
Be committed and accountable to your marriage. Mommy, I find that sometimes people don't put in enough work. Because you know how we try on our jobs. Just imagine someone has a PME, like a performance evaluation, which they failed. They work so hard to ensure that they improve because of feedback, because they know they're going to get some money. But the marriage is about glorifying God. Consider that you have to do the work. If it's not working, find out a way. How
To
can
make it
and I
work.
think I want to encourage married people who are listening to us. The churches, like I forgot there's married. I know many churches have married seminars. They have pastors. They have. There's a lot to learn, but you find sometimes people are not open to receiving new information. You know, every time, like we have, like the whole cohort for pastors' wives. If you're there and you're struggling, when you come to that cohort, you will learn something. Your eyes will be opened. You want to do something new that will refresh your marriage. So I want to encourage you, instead of going outside, seek knowledge. Then we go to the internet. There's a lot of information on the internet.
Yes.
Go and Google, okay, if you don't want to be seen. Find out, how can I cook better? How can I please my wife better? But don't go outside.
How can I bring romance
because
in my
I find
marriage?
like Reverend Foke usually, she's now Lady Bishop, yes?
Yes.
Usually says that if you the illiterate of this century are those who are not willing to learn,
yes.
relearn, unlearn.
Yes.
Why don't you learn? You know, there are people who feel like they know too much. No, you don't know too much about marriage. We are all still learning a lot. So be open to receiving advice, because I feel that sometimes people feel like, I know me, I'm taking my home. And sometimes your pastor is saying, this is not the right way. You are a man, yes, try to listen to your wife. Your wife, try to do this. So please, I want to encourage you believers, let this salvation work for you and be open to new knowledge. You don't know it all.
Another thing that, Mommy, I want to bring into focus is the other people that come close to us, sometimes in our homes, because we have seen unfaithfulness sometimes happening right away from beginning from our real homes. The people who come in as our sisters, our
relatives.
helpers. Sometimes it happens so much on the side of men. They tend to relate with them wrongly. I don't know, something like that.
Yes, I think when really fail to appreciate what you have, you always think that there is something better. Like I said earlier on, whatever you are looking for outside, you can still get it in your marriage. Please befriend your spouse. She might be doing what she's doing and think that's the best thing to do, and yet you're not appreciating it. Sit down and talk about it. And I want people to understand that no one is an angel. If you can err and make a mistake, please extend the grace to your wife, knowing that to your spouse, that my spouse can also err. So for my spouse to change, I can walk the journey with her and tell her, you know what, let me hold your hand. Let's walk together. I think one of the shows I say that love your wife as a husband, treat your wife as your firstborn, your firstborn daughter. What would you have done if your daughter has made a mistake? Definitely would call her and sit her down and talk to her. So be kind enough to one another. Be faithful. And I think we want to talk about consequences that happens when there's infidelity in the marriage. There are consequences out there. One of it is HIV. And you can say, okay, we can use protection and stuff like that. Number two, God is watching. Whether there is protection, there is what? It is still adultery. Number three, it brings confusion in the family. Once you bring the third party in the family, it brings confusion, it brings enmity, it brings separation, it brings pain. And in most cases, the people who suffer
Emotional
most,
pain.
the children.
Yes.
The children, the innocent children you brought in this world. So Pastor said earlier on, please don't be selfish. You are just thinking of the enjoyment of 2 minutes.
Yes.
But think about that enjoyment, what is going to cause you. Let's look about Abraham. As much as Abraham is not the one who went for it, but the wife is the one who said to Abraham, please, we need a child in this marriage. Impatient. We need a child in this marriage. I cannot give birth to a child. Go to Haggai. Haggai came in and Abraham went. But that 2 minutes that brought Ishmael, see where it is today. Two nations are not seeing each other. It has caused problems. simply because they was impatient. Yet he didn't like do it because of selfish desires. The wife put him into that. But when we went to look at the other side, the consequences, we see that how Haggai end up now on the whatever with his son on the well. We are also seeing Sarah has been disrespected in the home. Whenever you bring unfaithfulness, that's what happened. It caused pain in the family. And I also want to say that women just know that even a man, they go through pain. They might be strong, but a man who was going through unfaithfulness, they feel pain. They feel betrayal. They have been betrayed.
Actually, for men, it is even worse.
It's even worse.
Sometimes women, I don't know, it's about our culture.
The society.
Somehow we can take it. But for men, for them, they simply can't take it. And if they have to, because of maybe church, they will still go through a lot of pain.
A lot of pain, yes.
A recovery may not be so
And I also want to say, even women go through a lot. I've seen women who have gone through depression, women who have gone through a lot simply because
and
there's
even
unfaithfulness.
Mommy talked about HIV. Some have even gotten sicknesses.
Sicknesses.
And sometimes I want to say also a disclaimer. If you know that you've gone out and maybe you're not sure anymore of your status, please be kind enough and let your partner know. Because there have been instances where someone has gone out and maybe they even know they've been affected or they don't, and they don't tell the partner.
Exactly.
They come back and
Yes,
and just affect
so
others.
and so please don't be selfish. Own your mistake. We have seen people in the Bible who own their mistakes, like David. Own your mistake and take account. Know what you have done. Particularly, you have a family, you have a wife, you have a husband. Be kind enough to say, you know what, I have made a mistake.
And also, when the adultery has happened, the infidelity has happened, and your spouse has not taken it and is struggling with it, do not force them to understand you. There are people who take things for granted. Grace. Just one thing that I did, just one night
go to church, they will talk to you.
What did you want me to do?
Exactly.
So did
and I
this.
even had men saying, can you imagine, people need to be serious with life. You know,
Very
when it's a man,
sensitive.
it's supposed to be acceptable. It is not, it is women that are not allowed. Who
Mom, you'll
said
even
that?
find women abusing that woman. Take it.
Take it.
You
Why
are
are you
not
not
the
taking
first.
it? You are not the first. We have seen it all.
Let me tell you, one time there is this other friend of mine who was going through such. The husband went out and got children outside their marriage. And the society was okay with it. The woman
course.
struggled. She
Because it's a
struggled.
man.
Depressed.
And when she rejects those children, she's not born
She's
again.
bad.
She's very
The woman
bad.
suffered
Honestly.
depression. She was really finding it so hard.
It's like when you've
the
lost
society,
somebody, yes?
The society was so what?
go
Was
through
so
grieving.
silent and okay with it. So along the way, the man comes up with what the woman calls an allegation. After sitting back, okay, the man first kept telling the woman, now you think you are so right. Yes, it's me now who is the sinner. And after he's like, okay, I also learned you are in a relationship. And when he came up with that, the same society which was so quiet, when this man went out and got
They started nailing the woman.
Started nailing the woman. They nailed the woman. The woman now was wrong. I was like, oh my goodness. Sometimes society takes it wrong, gets it wrongly.
Okay, I want to say that it's really shameful, honestly, as because this is the society how it has put it. It's really shameful for a woman, and you are married and you have known that you have an extramarital affair. Truth be told, it's really shameful. But I also want to say, even men. It's not only women. Even men, imagine the whole you. You are a father, you have children, you are a married man, and you are busy with a secretary somewhere. You know, okay, if it's good, why are you not walking boldly? The way you are. The minute that you are sneaking somewhere, you go fast, you go out, you go in the midnight, you enter in a room, it's telling you that what you're doing is not
wrong.
right. It's not right. So I want to say that now we want to talk about, we have seen the causes, we have seen their consequences, but I also want to talk about the part of forgiveness. First of all, your spouse has gone into adultery. Please, number one, don't condemn yourself, because most times I see people condemn, especially women, condemning themselves. Maybe I didn't do this right, maybe I did this, maybe I did this. You start condemning yourself and looking for so many things, and that one alone can take long for you to heal. Please forgive yourself. That's number one. Number two, forgive him, forgive her. for what has happened. Talk about it. The reconciliation part, it is you to decide whether you want to reconcile, whether you want to move on, but it's very important to forgive for your healthy life, health-wise. Very, very important to forgive. It doesn't matter whether you're going to reconcile, whether you want to move on, whether you want to do what, please forgive. That's what I want to talk about.
Thank you so much, dear ladies. Time is always our number one enemy. Would love to be here for the rest of the night, but time is not on our side. But I just want to encourage our dear viewers, if you're out there and suffering with such, kindly seek help. Forgive, just as you've heard the woman of God say. It is good for your spiritual life and for your physical health. You need to be free. And whoever has been practicing unfaithfulness, infidelity, and something of that sort, please, it is not good. Yes, nobody is seeing you, but watch, God is seeing you. And we are working for that life. Thank you so much. The program has been Life Connect. Eve Sewell is my name. Love you.